Bonjour, mesdames et messieurs. Buenos dias, damas y caballeros. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Sung-Hoon Kim, and I'd like to invite all of you to the International Civil Aviation Organization's 40th Assembly SkyTalks. We have, during the course of a 2-week period, 68 presentations provided by industry-leading experts, and we invite you to check out the ICAO channel on YouTube for more information. Now, we continue today's topic on big data. This is day 6, session number 5, and today we're going to talk about a human resources tool called ICAO GOALS. And to explain this in more detail, I would like to invite Grace Okungu, Chief Field Personnel Section for the Technical Bureau. Welcome.
Thank you. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. The Global Outreach for Aviation Leadership Support is a concept in capacity building. TCB, I think I should start by looking at the ICAO Vision, because this is the cog in the wheel that drives the wheel that enables us in ICAO implement our strategies. And of course, by saying it enables us in ICAO to implement our strategies, these strategies are cross-cutting, they are global, they touch on the states. You talk of air safety. Safety touches on regulations at the state level, air navigation capacity and efficiency. We are talking of enhancing efficiencies in our capacities. Who manages this? It's managed at the state level. Security facilitation, again, is at the state level. So we are talking of the global aviation systems. And that is where the Technical Cooperation Bureau comes in. So we all know what everybody else does in ICAO. I always consider TCB, or the Technical Cooperation Bureau, the good cop in ICAO. Not that I'm belittling the other bureaus, but of course we all know what it means to be oversighted. So TCB is the capacity building arm of ICAO. So as always, training, capacity building is the good cop. It shows you what to do, how to do it best. So we lead ICAO we are the lead ICAO implementation bureau in assistance and cooperation. So in assistance, we don't punish. We build the capacity. And we are the best partners for SAPs, compliance and quality, compliance with quality. And we also leverage on our regional air navigation plans and audits conducted by ICAO to anticipate implementation needs of the states. So essentially what we do is we try to get into predictive management, and we try to be proactive to anticipate what might come up in future to enable the states deliver as required. So within TCB, there's a section called Field Personnel Section, which I happen to lead. And we traditionally, for the past 65 years or so, have been recruiting world-class civil aviation experts. We have been deploying them in the field, and I'm sure many of you from states where ICAO TCB has had projects. We provide HR advisory support at to the operational sections within TCB, because the core business is capacity building. So we have the project management arm of TCB, and we also do procurement. So bottom line, we do provide this technical input to the rest of the organization. And we also, in many instances, facilitate the organizational management and development processes. We have gotten into situations where we have started from zero, and we have ended up supporting a state in establishing its CAA. So We do the HR, the specialized HR aspects of the job. We have our partners in field operations do the general management and ensuring that the projects are managed within time and as planned. So what are our current services? For the past 65 years or so, we have specialized in maintaining a roster. We manage a roster of experts because that's our business. We facilitate HR management. So we manage a roster of experts. Right now, currently, the roster has about 3,900 experts. And we have specifically been serving our internal clients, meaning we provide experts to procurement to enable us, do what is necessary in terms of ensuring that we have the right specifications for the equipment that are bought, and we are evaluating these in the right manner. We also support the field operations section by ensuring that we have the right personnel or the right experts to provide capacity at the implementation level. Right now, we are doing it for GAT2. So essentially, our role is to provide world-class aviation experts and administer the contracts. We also provide organizational development support. We manage the roster of candidates. And we also provide people management advisory support. So technically, when you invite TCB, I think you'll realize we have a host of professional support behind any project being managed in the field out there. So, this famous concept of ICAO goals. Why ICAO goals? You have a roster that has been operating for the past 65 years. So we are saying we want to interest people, aviation experts who are experts at heart. This is now a calling. We are not saying that we cannot get experts out there, but we are trying to change the concept so that as you come in, you know there's something in it for everybody. I always state that, I would prefer to leave any professional field better than I found it. We have challenges ahead of us. There's rapid growth focus. Right now, I think we are at 4.1 billion passenger capacity. In 2036, we are talking 7.8 billion. We need personnel to manage that. There are technological changes coming. With the air navigation services, efficiencies, we are going high-tech every day. We are going robot technology. We are going, drone technology. We need to start thinking about how we will manage this in 20 years to come. We are expanding our infrastructure, airports being built all over, changing technology. That we also have to think about. We have aging demography. And this we never think about as professionals. When you are so engrossed in your job, you tend to focus on what must be done today. We need to start thinking succession planning because come 2036, Grace Okungu will not be standing here. But Grace Okungu should be able to have developed another 10 people to deal with the 7.8 billion passenger capacity that we have out there. And this applies to all of us as aviation experts. We have now got to deal with the last challenge of continuous capacity development. So how do we do it? And that's why I said we are changing our concept from being supply-driven, approaching states because we have a service, to being predictive and proactive, and engaging everybody in the aviation, all the professionals in the aviation industry, to enable us get where we want to be, to enable us fulfill that vision, that cog in the wheel that I pointed out at, because that is what drives the aviation systems globally. So for me, this is the most important slide that we need to focus on, because this is our business case. So what do we expect to achieve from the ICAO goals? I think the middle box should guide us and lead us. We need to define our objectives for global and regional capacity building strategies. And this cannot be done without the experts concerned. This cannot be done without the subject matter specialists. This cannot be done if we sat in ICAO, TCB, or ICAO headquarters and imagined we are the capacity building team and we will manage to do it and manage to work towards achieving the 7.8 billion, managing the 7.8 billion, because it's not just the passengers. We are talking of the number of planes also doubling. We are talking of everything doubling. We are talking of technology being advanced. So if we plan to move at the pace at which we are moving, and we are talking of half the aviation industry gone because they will have retired. We have an expiry date in terms of retirement. So those of us who are here have a responsibility. We have a need, and it has to be driven from within us. So if we have that conviction, we have the conviction and we have agreed that that is the way to go, then we'll be in a position to provide advisory, technical, and management leadership support to the states. We'll be able to help them plan their capacity for the future. We'll be able to help them define the job roles as they should be from a technical perspective. We'll be able to mentor the youth, to mentor the women, to mentor and involve everybody in the aviation industry so that we are able to build and move on, be able to achieve the vision that we have. And the third one is identifying the talent and fast-track the development of the civil aviation leaders of tomorrow. I was talking to an individual yesterday who mentioned to me, you know what? I realize kids are no longer interested in aviation. I have my own cousin's son, that was the statement, who is interested in aeronautical engineering, but knows I am one, but never came to me even for once to find out what it is that we have in it. Aviators are passionate. I've been in aviation for a while now, and I know they have a passion for their job. So we still need to rekindle that fire and keep it burning. So how do we do it? We have to target them in high school. We have to target them even in primary school. We have to look for those people who may assume because of their gender, they do not fit in the industry. We have to emphasize education, STEM, science, technology, mathematics. We have to encourage them to do that. So how would we do it? There has to be a role model. We are the role models, and we need to work towards that. So from a TCB perspective, we have a concept. We are inviting all aviation experts to work with us and to help us build on this concept. We are inviting you to come in as partners in the business. We are inviting you not because we have jobs to create, to enable you work, but inviting you as aviators to ensure that we are maintaining a sustainable system beyond our time. So how will we do this? All we are looking for within ICAO goals is to ensure that we have the best in the world, and the most committed, and those who are passionate, who will help drive this agenda to the next level. So, from within TCB, we are hoping we will be able to identify the right character, the right personalities, the right people in their special fields, and be able to confirm their technical knowledge and expertise, including experience and competencies in different fields in aviation. We also intend to pre-approve them in our roster. We want to call it the talent bank. It's no longer a roster, it's no longer a supply-driven thing. You could be interested in supporting from the perspective of voluntary service. You could be interested in supporting from the perspective of, giving back what you have achieved over the years. And that's the spirit we are looking for. We kind of try to adopt to enable us reach where we're going. So we will put in place a mechanism for quality control. And in this mechanism, we should be able to maintain and sustain your competencies because, as you know, ANB, ATB, Air Navigation Bureau, and Air Transport Bureau, are updating our standards and recommended practices on a daily basis. So as they get updated, we would want to enable you to know what is latest and be able to build capacity in the field. So we will validate and revalidate that knowledge by having to contribute to provide the necessary knowledge and support to enable you move on. So the main strategies we intend to do is do similar things, something like what we are doing. We intend to use social media platforms. We intend to do a lot of what is happening now. So we want to intensify our talent outreach program. So we want to identify, we are in the process of identifying that base that will support the process. We will also modernize our talent bank and pool of aviation experts. So that will happen with the validation and revalidation processes, with the availing of information, availing of courses where they are necessary. Right now we are providing courses in USOP training. We provide USOP training for free. We give pamphlets and documentation on ASBU. So our tech experts are, informed at every one point and they know what there is. And we also update the standards and recommended practices. We will also diversify our capacity building support to the states. As you noted in the in the second or third slide, we have been supporting our internal colleagues as our internal clients to be able to support the states. So we want to go out there and help with HR planning, do HR audits, look for capacity gaps, and support the states accordingly whenever there is need. So once the modernization strategies are complete and they are in place, we will have the talent outreach program. The main product out of the talent outreach program will be the experts. And that's what we call the ICAO GOALS. ICAO Global Outreach for Leadership, Aviation Leadership Support. So we will have a core base of well-trained, world-class professionals helping to outreach and enable us reach the farthest end of the world. We will also continue with what we have been doing, providing HR partnership in the project management arrangement, and create a new wing of talent acquisition and management advisory services or solutions. So we will be able to provide direct solutions to the states if and whenever they need the kind of support. And with that, I will ask if anybody has questions. You need more clarification on the few slides I gave. I did not want to make it so big and elaborate because I just needed to introduce the concept so that we are running at per. Next time you see an ICAO Goals pamphlet, you will know what the intention is. But the calling here is a real calling. We are not looking for experts to do work. We are looking for committed, passionate aviation professionals who know and will know from this point that we have a job to do. We have an industry to sustain. We have a system to manage. And this system must be better than we left it. In 15 years, 20 years' time, I don't think many of us sitting here will be visiting ICAO as delegates. But we should make those delegates strong enough, and we should be proud of them. Thank you.
If there are any questions, I would invite you to come up to the mic and ask them. Oh, well, thank you very much, Grace.
Thank you.